There's a company on the rise recently, and it has been getting everyone's attention. In fact, this company's stock price action is so exciting. It's already nearing its all-time high. On top of this, they also just released amazing news about their company and its finances. And with this, institutions and funds are already trying to get their hands on the company's shares so they can ride it if it goes ballistic. The company I'm talking about is Palantir. What does this mean for the market? Should you also get our hands on some shares? Times like these are crucial since Wall Street might take over soon, and it will be too late for individual investors like you. Is Palantir still a good stock to look into? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Recently, CNBC has released a statement on their website stating positive news for tech stocks recently. They were summarizing a note from JP Morgan, which said that despite the plunge in the market recently, retail buyers of stock didn't slow down, especially when it comes to purchasing tech stocks. As you may remember, the market worldwide was in a state of panic as the US decided to have an emergency meeting to discuss what to do with their interest rates. Prior to this, major markets across the globe dropped, and it happened in such a huge way. However, it seems like there are companies within the tech industry, especially those that are dealing with AI, that still caught the attention of people. Small investors are showing confidence by taking advantage of the recent dips in stocks like Nvidia and Tesla. According to a Wednesday note from JP Morgan, they're also picking up shares in Chipotle. Having an opportunity like this is rare, which is probably why people were so excited to grab shares of these stocks. However, these companies are already huge names in their industry and have relatively expensive prices per share. But there's one of these companies that is still at a relatively low price, and yet retail traders are looking at them right now. In fact, retail traders have spent around $1.8 billion on individual stocks, with $1.3 billion of that going into just 4 major names: Tesla, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Palantir. This is particularly encouraging for Palantir. Being grouped with giants like Tesla, Nvidia, and Microsoft highlights how much confidence investors have in the company. It shows that Palantir is being recognized on the same level as these industry leaders, which is a promising sign for its future. And as you may know, the companies that Palantir is somehow being grouped in are all stable and have been in the industry for such a long time. This is such amazing news for those who have invested in Palantir during their earlier years. One user on X even shared that soon, it might be Wall Street's turn to take over a huge number of shares of Palantir. This can happen especially if Palantir gets listed on the S&P 500, which means they already belong to the top 500 companies in the US. If that happens, then institutions and other huge corporations will probably fight over stocks of Palantir. What do you think of this possibility? Is this going to be possible in the long run? Well, anything can happen in the market, but as of late, there's already a huge fund that started to buy shares of Palantir. Recently, California State Teachers' Retirement System has bought an additional number of Palantir shares for their fund. As of today, the fund's position in Palantir has increased to over 3 million shares. Today, CalSTRS, having a funding of around $350 billion, stands as the largest pension fund in the world dedicated solely to educators, and it's also the second largest pension fund in the entire United States. So, what do these retail traders and funds see in Palantir's future? Is this a sign that we should invest in the company too? Let's look at the numbers first before you decide. One of the possible reasons why Palantir is so popular lately is because of the stellar performance it exhibited. A user on X shared that the company might even have the best earnings report this second quarter of 2024 among all AI-related stocks listed in the market. This is no small feat, since the AI and tech sphere is filled with heavy hitters that have been in the industry far longer than Palantir, which was listed only recently in 2020 in the New York Stock Exchange. They're young, but are already making powerful strides. If we dive into their financials and earnings report, you will really see why a lot of people are interested in the company. Palantir Technologies saw a strong surge in its shares during extended trading on Monday. This came after the company announced quarterly results that exceeded expectations and raised its full-year guidance due to strong demand for its artificial intelligence platform. The second quarter earnings and revenue not only beat analyst predictions, but also set a new record for earnings per share. CEO Alex Karp attributed this success to the unbridled demand for Palantir's software. The company reported almost $700 million in revenue for the quarter. Their net income hit a staggering $134 million and is performing way higher than what the company achieved in the previous year. The growth in their commercial sector, especially in the US, was a key factor in this success. And while their government contracts are still in place and growing, the management's decision to look outward and find more business within the commercial market is key to their growth and scaling. This news is particularly promising for Palantir and its stockholders. The strong performance and raised guidance suggest that the company is on a solid growth path, which could continue to drive up the value of its shares. Palantir has seen a remarkable rise in its stock price in 2024, with shares up 40% heading into its earnings report. Because of this bull run, Palantir's stock reached the highest price it had between July 2023 to 2024 of the same month. This surge is largely fueled by the growing excitement around generative artificial intelligence, an area where Palantir has positioned itself as a significant player. The company introduced its artificial intelligence platform, AIP, in early 2023, which has played a crucial role in its recent success. On top of this, there really isn't a lot of competition to Palantir's offering in the market. Their products and services are top-notch, and nobody else can do it better than them. That right there is a perfect recipe for a company to be a huge success. As a result, Palantir is now regarded as one of the key AI stocks to watch. Analysts have noted that Palantir's strength lies in its ability to help customers transition AI projects from the prototype stage to full-scale production. There are a lot of old companies out there that aren't well-versed in the world of tech and AI, but Palantir is able to help them modernize their systems and improve their overall operations. This capability is critical in converting new customer interest into sustained revenue growth, especially in a market where competition is fierce. Despite some concerns among investors about how long it will take AI investments to pay off, Palantir has already made significant progress, particularly with government clients, as mentioned earlier. The company's AI technology has been used for intelligence gathering, counterterrorism, and military applications. However, Palantir is now putting its focus to the commercial sector, targeting industries such as healthcare, energy, and manufacturing to drive further growth. All of these might seem good, but there's always a risk when considering a stock to invest in. In fact, one analyst, Brian White from Crespi, Hart & Company, continues to hold a sell rating on Palantir stock. He described the recent surge in value as driven by what he calls 19-month Gen AI insanity, which he believes has pushed Palantir's valuation to unreasonable levels. White pointed out that with the large number of shares outstanding, it could take several years for Palantir to grow into its current valuation. But while some analysts remain cautious about Palantir's valuation and the challenges it faces, the company's performance in recent quarters has been strong. Overall, Palantir's strategic focus on AI and its expanding presence in both government and commercial markets indicate that the company is on a solid path forward. The recent gains in its stock price reflect this confidence, signaling good news for the company and its shareholders as it continues to capitalize on the growing demand for AI-driven solutions. How about you? Do you think Palantir is a good stock to watch out for? Will you be getting some shares before the big boys at Wall Street do? Let us know your thoughts below. If you want to learn more about Palantir and the tech industry in general, you can also click on any of the videos on your screen. And lastly, it would greatly help the channel grow if you interact with the video. Leave a comment, and share this with your friends if you like them to stay updated on the latest happenings with Palantir. See you in the next video.